Savage.
We have to fund our police. We've gotten, for crying out loud, they actually had people who are defunding the police. You go to Oregon right now, I went and it's
Real talk. No filter on Savaged Unfiltered. Savaged.
Now, the Netflix co-founder, Hastings, called for President Joe Biden to step aside after his performance at the presidential debate just last week. And, it's a little unfortunate, that we now have a lot of people. Well, I wouldn't say it's a little unfortunate. I mean, come on, guys. Do you understand just what truly is going on in our world of politics on the world stage here? Do you understand that you now have an incompetent president? Incompetent. Going to lengths of just crazy amounts of rhetoric. Rhetoric that our own president, our own commander-in-chief, doesn't even comprehend nor realize of what the hell he's just saying. Now, fast forward 4 years later, current time right now, guys, that you're seeing people come out, literally out of his own freaking party, and saying that the president of the United States is not competent, cannot hold the command of presidency. Well, it's taken 4 freaking years, guys, for people to understand that? Seriously. It's taken 4 years for people on the Democratic side to understand that you have a president right now showing no forms of positive performance on his behalf.
I think part of the problem that Democrats are articulating is that it wasn't just that he had a cold, but rather he had, answers. He was trailing off. He didn't answer some questions in a sort of fulsome way. And speaking of Nancy Pelosi, one of the things that she recently said was that it was a legitimate question whether his performance was an episode or a condition. So I guess I wondered if there's been any consideration given to releasing a more robust set of medical records or something to show his mental acuity.
So I will say this, look, and again, I get the question. It is a fair question to ask. We are not taking that away, and that's why the president certainly has spoken to this. As it relates to his medical records, we have been transparent. We have released thorough reports from his medical team every year since he's been in office. That is something that we have been pretty consistent about. As it relates to, something like a cognitive test, to the question that you're asking me about what the speaker, former speaker said. Obviously, she can speak for herself. His team, who has said, the medical team said it is not warranted in this case. We have put forward a thorough, transparent annual report on his health. So they have said that is not warranted. It is not necessary. Again, we understand. We're not taking away from what you all saw or what the American people.
Well, people that may be tuning in to this broadcast, please leave the comments. Whether you're listening to us on X or Rumble, I'd love to see the comments. Because not only am I concerned with this president, others should be concerned too. And it's sad that after 4 years of destruction by the Biden administration, people are now coming forward. People in his own base are now understanding that this man cannot go forward with presidency. This man cannot hold power as president. Guys, this is the guy, right? This is a president that holds the codes to our nuclear power. Let that sink in there for a minute. Let it sink in. Because if you can't understand that, how the hell are you able to understand anything else that circulates the presidency? Just let that sink in a little bit, guys. Because what you're seeing is a weak-minded, frail individual that just can't hold power. Can't hold power. He's weak.
Savage.
Before we go any further, guys, I got to get them in. I got to say thank you to some of our sponsors that we have here on this show. I want to say thank you to Bucked Up. That's right, guys. At Bucked Up, their mission is to provide their customers with the highest quality of supplements and nutrients known to man. At Bucked Up, guys, their mission is strong. It says it right in their label. It says it right in their messages. Scan the QR code today, guys, and join Bucked Up and get that boost of energy during that next workout at the gym. Bucked Up. I love them, guys. MeUndies, another great sponsor here to the show. I want to say thank you very much, MeUndies, for support this show for now well over, about a year and a half now. Almost 2 years. So thank you very much, MeUndies. Appreciate you. At this company, guys, this amazing umbrella of an underwear company, they believe in one thing: delivering the best basics known to both men and women. That's right, guys. This is an underwear company for men and women, and they believe giving you the best quality on earth for your underwear. Getting tired of that jock itch? Getting tired of the irritation lines, right? I am. Well, not anymore, because I purchased MeUndies for the very first time when I first heard of them. And then after that, they just keep on sending me the boxes as a loyal sponsor. So thank you very much, MeUndies. Scan the code today and find out what MeUndies is all about. Back to the show, guys. So where to start here with this, with the people coming out, speaking out against, your incompetent president here. This commander-in-chief that doesn't know one thing from the next, forgetting where he's at half the time. It's a little alarming, it is, but it's very sad. It's very sad that you have a president that's just on the breaking brimage of extreme dementia. It is. It's sad. Now, going back to the story here earlier in the podcast episode here, guys, that the Netflix co-founder, Hastings, and get this, guys, not only is he speaking out against trying to get the Democrats to have Joe step aside due to his weak performance, right? This is the same individual, guys, that donated to the Democrat officials, such as even Governor Gavin Newsom out of California. These are people that are donated. They donated their money to the Democratic Party, are now speaking out and saying that Joe Biden must step aside. Now, these two individuals have told the New York Times that Biden needs to step aside in order for a more, I guess you could say in their words, coherent candidate to beat Trump. See, that's what it's about, guys. Think about it. These people want Biden to step aside because it's all about power. It's all about corruption. It's all about manipulation. Because if it wasn't about that, guys, you actually think that they would want him to step aside? No. They want him to step aside because they know damn well that he's not going to be able to beat Donald Trump in November. They know that. It's all about power. They can care less who the hell is in office, because what's good for the goose is not good for the gander, right? Or vice versa, depending on how you look at it. So seriously, that's why, guys. That's why. I mean, no. The MAGA crowd, the MAGA movement, they want Joe gone, right? They want him voted out because of his incompetence, meaning that he can't hold the job as president. We want to uninstall Joe in November. And thank you very much, Shaky, for putting the plug in. Scan the QR code, go over to savagearmy.com, guys, and pick up your shirt. Uninstalling Joe. We want Joe to be uninstalled in November, but here is the kicker, guys. Here is the kicker. Now the Democratic Party want Joe out of office.
Savage.
And it's sad that it's taken 4 years. Now, Hastings also wrote that the reason why Biden needs to step aside is because we need a Democratic leader to beat Trump and keep us safe and prosperous. Now, this is what Hastings told the outlet there at New York Times. He also goes into saying that after Biden's lackluster debate performance, several Democratic officials, donors, voters, and members of the media were sent into panic and questioned whether he would be able to serve another term as president. No shit. You're just seeing this now? Come on, wake up and smell the coffee, for God's sakes. But according to Karine Jean-Pierre, Karine Jean-Pierre, the token lesbian that was put into that position because she was, it's quite simple. She's a black individual and she's a lesbian. The Biden administration thought it might be appropriate for to put somebody into a position like that because of those two key interests that she holds. Not that she's a brilliant woman. They can probably care less that she's brilliant or not. They just care about those two issues. This is the same party, guys, that peddles it. They don't care about your interests. Only what works for them. And you're seeing it. And it's sad. And it's quite disgusting, if you ask me. Quite disgusting. Now, the comments from Hastings come as several top Hollywood donors have issued ultimatums calling for Biden to drop out. Drop out. That's it. You're done. Drop out. I've been calling it for the last 4 or 5 years since his interest of running for president. I seen where he was at 4 or 5 years ago. And I knew it was an ultimate mistake that our country would make if we would to put this man in office. I seen it then. And again, I'm going to repeat myself. Why does it take 4 to 5 fucking years for people to understand this? Why? I have to ask that question.
I believe when I ran the first time for president, I said something basic. I said we have to bring back dignity and hope in America. Number one. Number two, we have to give working class and middle class people like the family I came from a shot and build the economy from the middle out and the bottom up, not the top down. And thirdly, we must unite America again. That's my goal. That's what I'm going to do. God bless you all.
Now, I know I'm, recording this episode and we're doing this live stream on X early in the morning. It's about, 10:30 here on the East Coast. And I know some people are just waking up, having their morning cup of coffee, their breakfast. Things are just kind of marinating. They're getting into the, their daily agenda, right? So it might not come into play right away. But simple-minded people knew this for 5 fucking years. Several other, now get this, oh God, like even the realization now of the Democratic Party is coming into extreme levels. Get this, several other Hollywood donors also indicated that they are pausing their donations, expressing that they feel insulted that Biden campaign would claim that the president won the debate. What? Let me repeat that again. They're pausing their donations, right, folks? They're pausing it. And they're expressing that they feel insulted that the Biden campaign would claim that the president won the debate. This past week's debate. That's what they're referring to, folks, if you kind of pick that up. My God. Now, I want to go back to Hastings because this goes into further stuff, guys. Further stuff. It's quite amusing if you ask me. Now, Hastings, the former Netflix founder, right? Or did I say former? Now I got to get my coffee together. The Netflix co-founder, excuse me. No, I didn't poll a Biden. I'm simply, like I said, it's very early in the morning for me, so the coffee level hasn't sunk in yet, guys. Give me a minute. Because this is funny stuff. Now, Hastings and his wife, Patty Quillen, have been among some of the top donors for the Democratic Party. Oh, they're the top donors, right? Now, these people are so full of shit that they'll do anything just to keep the base alive. They are, folks. They're so full of shit. These are the same type of people that will pour hundreds of millions of dollars into a campaign. And then if things are not going their way, they show you their real colors. By the Netflix co-founder and others. Top donors for the Democratic Party. Man, some of these people are so full of shit. Now, the couple gave $1 million to the super PAC. $1 million. They gave them $1 million, which was led by McLean, a former Democratic Party operative, which also spent tens of millions on an anti-Trump advertisement.
Nearly 250 years ago, America was founded in defiance of a king, under the belief that no one is above the law, not even the president. Until now. The same Trump Supreme Court that overturned Roe v. Wade ruled that the president can ignore the law, even to commit a crime, because Donald Trump asked them to. He's already led an insurrection and threatened to be a dictator on day one. Donald Trump can never hold this office again.
I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
You know, after hearing that, folks, you go to wonder, like, these are the same fucking people that are trying to put Trump out of the ticket, right? Right? They're trying to put him out of the ticket. That they'll go back to spinning the fucking narrative. The same fucking people, man. Now, Mr. Hastings and his wife, Patty Quillen, during the Trump era, joined the Democratic Party's most generous donor couples. And then now, today, together, they have given more than $20 million to support the Democratic Party over the last few years. Over $20 million to support a party to try to get Trump out of the ticket. That is fucking nuts. Crazy. Wow, $20 million. Holy moly. It's a lot of money, guys. Which also including as much as $1.5 million to back Mr. Biden during the 2020 presidential race. And then another 100,000 last summer to support Biden in 2024. Meaning this year. Now, most of their donations have gone to super PACs meant to which also help the House and Senate Democrats. Wow. Wow. So you go to wonder, are they going to, are they going to this level to really support the party? Or are they going to this level to try to oust people that are just not strong-minded? Oh, we'll give you money. We'll give you this and that. But if you're not strong, we're just going to back out. We're going to show our real colors. You're seeing that, folks. It's utterly disgusting of what you see in the Democratic base. It really is. Now, Hastings' call for Biden to step aside comes as Biden and the Vice President Kamala Harris are going to be reported to be meeting with Democratic governors, such as, and get this, guys, Newsom, Governor Tim Walz, which is the Democrat out of Minnesota, Governor Katie Hobbs, which is a Democrat out of Arizona, Hawaii Governor Josh Green, right? Governor Wes Moore out of Maryland, and others. Also in that meeting, Washington, D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser was also reported to be attending the meeting as well. There's some shady stuff, guys. Real shady stuff. I'm telling you. Guys that bucked up, join the movement, guys, for Coffee for America's Warriors. That's right, guys. The CEO and others at this amazing company have developed a coffee brand unlike others in the past. This coffee is a patriotic umbrella for coffee. Literally, guys, it says it right in their name, Blackout Coffee. Head over to their website, guys, and join us as well of the Savaged Army here on Savaged Unfiltered. Use promo code SAVAGED for 15% off your order at checkout, and you're going to get exclusive deals on us just for checking them out when you scan this QR code today. Some of their greatest products that I like, 2A Guns and Gadgets, a Brutal Awakening, right? Woke. That's what? Shaky was like, what script are you reading? No, they don't support that woke stuff. You get what I did there, Shaky? I pulled like a 190 so people can understand that. This is not a woke company. This is a non-woke company. And I love it about them. Joining today, guys, Blackout Coffee. Coffee for America's Warriors. Sponsored here on the show. Thank you very much, Blackout Coffee. Back to the show, guys. So, we're talking about all these big-time Democratic leaders kind of joining the foray of trying to get Biden ousted as president. And get this, guys. Oh, it goes on further. Okay, I want to make sure I get this in before we close it out. That since Biden's debate performance just last week, several Democrats, such as former President Barack Obama, Representative Pelosi, Senator Fetterman, have also continued to support Biden. They're supporting him. They're supporting their grand leader there of the Democratic Party. But others, including Vice President Kamala Harris, have hinted that they want him out of office, that he's not showing the strength as president. I want to go to Vice President Kamala Harris there for a minute. You don't think that there's a coincidence? That was her golden plan, right? I got a golden ticket. I got a golden ticket to the White House. I can oust Joe Biden, put him under the bus every single time I can. Right? That was her golden ticket to the White House. And I think she's actually going to get that accomplished, if you ask me. Right? Sure she is. That's her golden plan. So thoughts here on where we go next here with Joe Biden. Do you believe, okay, anyone that may be listening in or watching us here on Rumble or X, do you believe that Joe Biden will be rumored to step down this upcoming Monday? I'm getting a lot of rumors. I'm seeing a lot of rumors. I'm hearing a lot of rumors from a lot of well-known sources here on the platform of X, including Rumble, others, saying that Joe Biden himself is considering on resigning as president, meaning stepping down. He's done. I don't know. Maybe. High possibility. It's a high possibility. Savaged. But which is also puzzling is a lot of these donors that I mentioned as the Netflix co-founder, Reed Hastings, asking for Biden to step aside. The same fucking donors, guys, that donated to his base. It's not coincidence. To some it may be. But I understand why they're doing it. Because they can't make the fucking money off the base anymore. They know this guy is incompetent. They understand that this man can't hold power anymore as president. He doesn't know one thing from the next. Spinning his head. Comedy, entertainment. That's what you're seeing for Joe Biden. Comedy and entertainment. It's kind of embarrassing right now, to be honest with you. Now, also too, I do want to say this, that now Biden is reassuring his voting base. He is running and fundraising email. What the hell is this about? Oh God. We gotta check in on the president, make sure he's doing well and dandy, so to speak. Now, the president said that he is still running in the 2024 presidential election after his performance last week at the presidential debate up there in Atlanta. Now, in an email from the Biden-Harris campaign, Biden admitted that the past few days have been tough. They've been tough. Wow. The president is now realizing that his debate was tough. What the hell were you prepping for at Camp David for 5 days, Joe? Yeah, guys. Yeah, he was prepping at Camp David for five days for this debate. 5 days. He goes in there like a wrecking ball, like Miley Cyrus, right? I'm fired up. Miley Cyrus. There you go. Shaky's like, who the hell is Miley Cyrus? Yeah, coming in like a wrecking ball. Right? He also added that the presidential nominee for the Democratic Party, meaning that, yes, the debate was a little tough. Yes, I had to go through some bells and some strong whistles. These are his words, folks. I'm not making this up. In the email, which was said by the president, folks, I know the past few days have been tough. I'm sure you're getting a lot of questions. I'm sure many of you have questions as well. So let me say this as clearly and simply as I can. I'm running. Oh, okay. You're running. He's the Democratic Party's nominee. No one is pushing me out, he says. I'm not leaving. I'm in this race to the end. And we are going to win this election. And if that's all you need to hear, pitching a few bucks to help Kamala and me defeat Donald Trump in November. Pitching a few bucks. A few bucks, huh, Donald? Pitching a few dollars to help my incompetent ass. Oh, man. I'm sure Biden will put a little chuckle in that. His little slant Maryland schmuck of a smile. Now, the fundraising email continued to slate that Biden was, the nominee. No one's going to push him out. He's in it to the end. He's in it to the end. Even big network there up in Atlanta, CNN, are now saying, and this is coming from sources, folks, that Biden told Campaign Call, I'm in this to the end, which also noted, and this is crazy, guys, right? Real crazy stuff, that since that debate and since then, Biden has not seen a doctor. Not seen the doctor. He hasn't seen a doctor. Well, does that surprise you that the president didn't take a cognitive test? Because you could look at the debate between Biden and Trump. Biden looked to be very disoriented, froze as he spoke hoarsely, difficult getting through his prepared closing statement. Yeah. Yeah, he was a real fucking mess. Real mess. What is next? What is next for the president? Now, I noticed that there, among registered voters, there was a poll put out this past month. It was between June 28th and 30th, which is that kind of just catching a lot of people's eyes. That that the choice for president, wow. See, I told you guys they're trying to oust Biden. They're giving Kamala Harris 45%, Donald Trump 47%. That could be the next key agenda towards the Biden Kamala Harris playbook plan. And Dems are now fearing that Biden could jeopardize their choices of flipping the House. Wow, I seen that kind of come in. Interesting stuff. But yeah, interesting stuff. I find that very alarming. Very alarming. So, thank you very much, guys, for joining us today on the live stream here, including this very impressive information I'm just getting out here. So, with that being said, guys, thanks for joining in. Be savage, not average. Until next time, take it easy, guys.